Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the Longrow 17-year-old 2021 opening day. Fresh rum, 50.5% ABV.
I'm excited, Mike. I have always wanted to have some of these like committee releases or opening days. I've never gotten my hands on one, and thankfully, we got a friend in the community who was willing to go buy these at auction.
Yes, my man. Super excited, Dustin, as are you. I tell you what, have I ever had a Longrow with rum in it? I mean, we do a lot of Longrows and spring banks, and there are spring banks with rums in them.
Yeah.
A Longrow with rum? Has that happened?
I know they've done them, but I don't know that I can't think of one that we've done, unless one of the 18s had a little bit of rum that I forgot about, or maybe one of the 21s we did. I don't know. I don't think so.
17 years old, Dustin.
Sure as hell
Fresh
never had
rum.
all rum.
No. 17 the whole time. So I'm reading that, is that right?
Mm-hmm. And the fresh means it's first fill, meaning it's the first time there's been whiskey in that rum cask.
I tell you what, Dustin. You know how I feel about Longrows. I prefer them in the red.
It's true.
For Longrow Reds, if not, let's see if this one lives up to that type of status.
That is a lot of rum notes.
That is so sweet.
Sweet, candy. Smoke's almost getting hidden by the oak and sweet, and a little bit of funk.
My goodness. If it wasn't the funk to go along with it, I mean, that sweetness is bourbon level sweetness.
Yep.
That's super candied. It looks light. You're not expecting these type of flavors to come out of this.
Well,
from the sooty Longrow notes to the over. I mean, that is a substantial sweetness.
Yeah. Well, rum casks, I don't believe they char them the same as bourbon, so you actually generally are going to get a lighter spirit coming out of those.
It is soft, but it's sweet.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I say funk. This is not Springbank funk. This is a rum funk. This is not a super crazy rum, I don't think, but it's definitely got some esters.
Buddy, whenever I get something super rum that gets funky, I always say the same thing: candied banana, and it's right there again, candied banana. And King Kong would come up the scaffolding for this one.
Have you seen the new, I don't know if it's a water bottle or something, but they put like these flavor packets, but they're not flavor, they're actually like a nosing thing that like you smell it and it makes you taste the smell.
No, but go ahead.
So that's like this new thing that's come out. I've never had one of those, but this, to me, the nose, it's like, okay, that's what a banana one of those would be like, because I smell this and I start tasting banana in my mouth.
Yeah,
and it's
banana and vanilla.
And it's a very smoky kind of like banana, where it's just like it's an effervescence of like coming through from my nose to my mouth.
The vanilla is heavy on this one too, but man,
it's heavy vanilla for sure. A little bit of sea salt.
You're right. There is some type of seashore salty mineral briny, but that's the Longrow, coming back in for sure. That's the distillate.
Yeah, it's playing well. The distillate is coming through once you really bring in your nose, but yeah, initially you're just punched with, wow, that's a lot of rum.
So sweet. I like it though. There's sometimes I don't. I like the smell of it. I might not like the taste, but I like the smell.
I'm generally not a huge rum guy when it comes to finishing on whiskey, but I'm digging what I'm getting here. It's just so much rum that it actually is good. I feel like if you go subtle with rum, it could be kind of boring. It's like, that didn't really do much.
You don't want an overcoat. You want it in your DNA. And if this is truly spent the entire time in rum, and it smells like it, it is truly a part of this whiskey's DNA at this point. It's so intermingled. You got to commit to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, pretty straightforward other than that. You're getting smoky sootiness in the background and, man, vanilla, sweet banana. Candied banana and vanilla.
Wow. So
much vanilla, it's almost sickly.
Oh, wait till you try it, man. This is the perfect Longrow. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's nothing special here other than it's got a good proof, but it's just so delicious. I mean, up front, yeah, it's kind of overly sweet, a lot of vanilla, but then comes the Longrow malt, and it's what you want from a Longrow. It's like the new make, but it's been sitting in a cask long enough where all the rough edges have come down. They're not out there. It's still got some punch at 50.5. It's still got a little bit of bite. Still got that peat. Still got all of those nice Longrow funky notes, but it's sophisticated at 17 years. It's rich. It's oily. It's creamy. Man, is that good. It doesn't. No one thing here is special. It's just rich, vibrant, Beautiful Longrow. Man, what a whiskey. I've got to go back for a second before we add water.
They cleaned up Longrow. Man, you know, this rum cask was a beautiful lady. Longrow couldn't resist, and he got drug into a beauty salon and had a shave and got a bath, put on perfumes, got his hair cut. This is a dressed up, sophisticated, high-class Longrow.
Yeah.
There's no soot to it, but the peat's still there in the background. So the dirty parts of Longrow have been removed. But what's been replaced is an incredible over-the-top, oaky, vanilla, banana sweetness.
A little bit in a sour there in the spot, but yeah.
That just is, that cask is just holding the Longrow spirit in its hand. Just walking it through this entire experience. This is a very unique Longrow. I know it's Longrow. Extremely unique. I've never seen Longrow, regardless of what finish you have, even the red finishes, it's 60% Longrow, 40% Pinot Noir, 37% Cabernet Franc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is 60% cask. I've never seen Longrow lose the fight. This is Longrow finally got married.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, this is like a banker in an Armani suit. He's conservative. He's buttoned down now.
But he's still got a mullet.
But then on the finish, it's him after work, and he's at the bar, and he's throwing back a few drinks, and he's having fun, and he's cut loose. He's not in a tux. He's not, in a white suit or some kind of crazy thing. It's conservative, refined, but yet still has a punch.
There was a Braun commercial, The Shaver. They played it on the Super Bowls for years. And it was this dude flying down the road in a convertible Mercedes-Benz, red. His hair was a mess. He hadn't had a shave. Looked like he just came back from Vegas. Cop pulls him over. In the meantime, he closes his hood, gets out the Braun, shaves real quick, slicks back his hair, puts on his glasses. And the cop walks over and is like, hey, and then he sees him neatly dressed and walks away. This is that version.
Let's get some water in here. I want to give this a shot because I gotta bring my score down here. I gotta find an excuse to lower it because I'm going high. I can tell you that right now. This is killing it for me.
You don't expect it with the color, man. This whiskey's a beast, and this color is not.
Yeah, because you think sometimes super light color works on like true Islas, but you don't think of the Springbank stuff, even when they call it heavily peated, as being able to pull off this color.
Light color?
Yeah, like this light. And also, Springbank's known for putting a little bit of sherry in everything. That's part of their DNA.
Yeah, none of that. This was a. For as rich as the flavors that the rum cask imparted on it, maybe it didn't impart any color. It saved it all for the flavor. Perfect.
Yeah. And on the nose with the water, man, it's just better. I don't know that anything changed except everything is just a little better.
Well, it changed sickly sweet to rich, very deep, rich sweet.
Yeah, it just added depth.
And it changed the smoke. It smoothed out the smoke, which really I didn't realize it needed smoothing out. But this version of the smoke is steadier. And even cleaner.
All right, I like the mouthfeel better with the higher ABV, but this is just so good. This is so good. Man, I need to go to opening day at freaking Springbank and get these bottles. Jeez. Bro, that's awesome. Look at the legs, too. Jeez.
Yeah, it's good whiskey.
Oily, rich, just beautiful.
I wouldn't have dared to put something in a rum cask for this long.
Wow.
17 years.
I'm wondering if they did bourbon and then they finished in rum. Sometimes Springbank does that and calls it 17-year rum, but I don't know.
Could have been a well-used rum cask as well.
Could be, yeah.
No,
it's not. When it says fresh, it's first fill.
You're right.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. Springbank does do a lot of things. Well, they'll call it fresh, but they actually, if you read the details, it'll tell you 10 years in a bourbon, 7 years in a rum or something.
Right.
So I'm not sure about that part.
Wouldn't shock me if it had some time in a bourbon cask.
Yeah, I don't know for sure if it's a single barrel or not. Opening day, I know they're small releases, but it's probably a vat of a couple.
That vanilla loaf is just so rich and decadent.
Even some smoke notes. Just, man, it's just everything I want from a Longrow.
Every time I think the smoke's going to get dirty, it just the cask pushes back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little touch of dirt, but man, it's
gone instantly.
It's refined. Can I get a case of this?
It's good. Some my favorite Springbanks, 25s aside, are always those single barrels that you have the rum cask, the sherry cask. Got a few really really special ones. Never really seen it pulled off this way in a Longrow so spectacularly, but here we are.
Yeah, I've got a Chardonnay. I need to bring the group. 15-year-old, and that one's the same thing. It's bourbon and then finished in Chardonnay. But it's refined, but this is another level. I love that the smokiness and richness of the Longrow really gets showcased on the finish here without any like Springbank funk. It's so refined in that, but yet it's got the beautiful. This reminds me of that Longrow NAS, but just brought up in age, brought up in richness, brought up in every way that matters, and it's done so well. God, I wish this was an available bottle you could buy.
Yeah, the rum cask is absolutely a cleaner. Like it really, really cleaned up, which is an extremely dirty experience normally in Longrow. I mean, a substantial job.
Even the 21s are dirty whiskeys.
Oh, you need age and cask.
Yeah, wow.
I did not know it could be tamed to this degree, but here we are.
Wow.
It is good. All right, well, let's get to whiskey score, Dustin.
Mike, 92. Going that high. I absolutely love this whiskey. It is everything I want. Aggressive, assertive, refined at the same time. Wow.
If you're a fan of Longrow, you're going to be super impressed. If you're a fan of the Springbank distillery in general, you're going to be impressed. If you're a fan of peated whiskey that has anything besides bourbon cask maturation, you like peated whiskey with sweetness to it, you're going to be impressed.
Yeah.
I am also impressed, Dustin.
You like all those things.
Like all those things. I've been a 91 out of 100. I don't want to go too far. But my enjoyment of this is through the moon, man. This, from the first smell, was excellent. It's amazing that someone actually overtook the Longrow spirit, took the dirty sootiness out of it, but left a good, solid, smoky experience. But a clean, smoky experience, which I didn't think could be done.
Just wow. That's all I can say, man. Wow.
This might be the best Longrow I've ever had.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ooh, we had couple 21s, couple 18s.
Yeah, a bunch of reds.
Some
single casks, that 14 sherry.
This might be the. I mean, gosh, I've only had a small, sample of it, but this is special.
This is so obvious that it's a great whiskey from the get-go, though. Some whiskeys you kind of debate. Like, I always hate giving scores on samples because it's tough.
I feel very confident in my score.
I feel super confident that I understand this whiskey because it's not that complicated. It's straightforward and it's epically done.
Right. And it's something we know pretty well.
I mean, this to me is almost like the first time I had Lagavulin, the 24-year-old, the 91. Mm-hmm. Like, my instant thoughts were just, I don't need to know much more than this is epic.
Right.
I know I'm having special whiskey. This is special whiskey. Wow. Love it. I mean, this is just... If you could get a bottle of... You could get enough of this stuff where this could be a regular, like... you have 3 glasses a year or something. This would be like... That special occasion bottle. Just, I want that special whiskey.
Don't give the people that. Let's talk about what it is. What would you pay for a bottle?
Oh.
500?
Yes. I'd go 8.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, what I was saying. At least, I'd definitely do 5, 6, 700. Yeah, probably. Did it have one bottle?
So about one, yeah. I wouldn't buy multiples at that price. 500 would be kind of pushing it for to buy more than one. But
if I could get 2 for 1,000, I'd take 2 for 1,000.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now.
Oh yeah. No, $500 all day on this thing.
I enjoy the shit out of one and put one away and forget.
I need to find out what the auctions on these are going. I'm sure my friend didn't pay that much for this one because he has been killing it on deals in the auctions. So I need to find out if this is something you can still even get.
My enjoyment of this is a 92.
God, it's so good.
It is. All right,
man. Waxing longingly, looking at this. It's like I want to drink more, but I also want to have it later. It's like I'm struggling. I'm like, I want to go back for more.
If any of you folks had a chance to try this Longrow 17-year-old 2021 opening day fresh rum 50.5% ABV absolute gem, is this going to go in legendary drams?
I think it might.
I go legendary drafts. This is my favorite Longrow ever. Justin, am I wrong?
It's my favorite too, 100%.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts on the whiskey. If you guys get a chance to try this one, let us know what you guys think. Until next time, best of what we wish for the folks.
Happy, better than Red's opening day drinking.